Hello everybody and welcome back to Gold Rush. So today we're going to be continuing with tier number 3, but first we need to go down to this tent because I know a lot of people have been begging me to take a look at this control centre just here, which is called Star 67. Now 3 of the different things here are actually locked until version 7 of Gold Assistance coming soon. But we do have the ability to unlock 2 of these. Transport, unlocked for $3,000, which we can do very soon actually. I'm looking forward to doing that because really the problem is transport is very expensive, and if you've got a lot of stuff to transport, which we do, then it's going to be just a waste of money really, money down the drain, which we could be saving for other stuff. Also, workers, we can unlock this for $3,000 as well. And that sounds very interesting because we should be able to get other workers to keep going behind the scenes, producing more money for us. So, yeah, you have to spend money to make money, but you have to do that with everything anyway. So, I think workers is going to be a very interesting thing for us to do in the future. Anyway, let me just shut that down. We need to walk out of here. It should be early morning. It is good. We've just recently slept, and yep, this is the area for tier number 3. Loads of stuff to set up. And although I didn't realise it in the previous episode, this has the feature of a beacon of light being put over each area where the different things need to go. So if we just lift this up, just put it onto this setting, you can see that this sluice box has got in and out. So it has to go the correct way around. I've been obviously making sure this is going to go to plan, otherwise it would be highly embarrassing after not finding out where to put it in the previous episode. So hopefully this time it's all going to go fairly smoothly, although that probably is going to have to be lifted up a bit further before we place it in there. Just slightly. Okay. There we go. And very nicely it actually detaches the chains for us as well. The cords. Or cables. Many people have different names for them. I think the game calls it a rope, which it really isn't, but yeah, I would say a cable. Anyway, let me just lower that down. And we need to move over to get the next thing. There is this thing down here. I think it's, the fuel. But that isn't going to be required at the moment. We will move it in a second, but I would like to get all the sluice boxes in place first. There are many to do. So let's jump cut, and we should be able to take the next one over in a split second. Here we go. So the next one is to go next to the one we've just placed, I believe. I don't think that is showing up as the top area of that little mound. So yeah, if we just get it down there, and equally I have managed to get this thing the right way around, so we should just have to place the in section underneath like a little chute, which there is already built in. Apparently, some of them I think have to go actually on a wooden plinth sort of a thing. I think that's what these are up here. So it will become clear very soon which ones they are. But it's just like a run for the water and the dirt. So I suppose if they weren't perfectly aligned it wouldn't even matter, but the game does it for you, so we don't even have to worry about that. If you do place it the wrong way around, then it just won't work. It's very simple. It won't just sort of snap it into place and then you'll have a problem later on. It just won't place. It would just be a nightmare to do. So, here we go. Hopefully it's just going to accept it. It should do. There we go. Fantastic. So let me just climb out of here and I'll show you the run. You can see there's a chute for each one. So the next ones must go up here, I'm assuming, from the wash plant at the top. So we'll move on to them straight away. While we're down here, I decided to pick up the fuel tank again. It needs to be somewhere at the top here. It doesn't have a specific place as far as I'm aware. And oh, before I forget, let me just detach this hose because I keep running over it and it doesn't really look too good. So we'll get that all coiled up. It does go quite a long way actually. Come on, keep coiling. It is working, it's just it's a bit slow. But I suppose ravelling up a hose this long does not take 5 seconds. Come on. It's like a snake. Okay. I suppose we have to do it fully, otherwise it's going to just uncoil again. There we go. Good. At least now I don't have to keep driving over a hose. I know that somebody did pick up on it before, and I suppose, yeah, if you think about it, all of this weight going over just one water hose is soon going to pop it. It's going to burst through, so it's for the best, really. Right, so I'm going to decouple and reattach, or attach the next one off screen, and we'll get it taken over to the next place, but I think it's going to be at the top of here. I think we're probably finished with the bottom, and then we've got the shaker and the, what do you call it? The name is on the tip of my tongue. I'm not too sure now. Typical. Anyway, I'll get this all done. Now this next one required some extremely long cables, so I think these are the longest you can get, and it's only just enough to be able to lift it off the ground. But because it's so far apart, each of the hooks, it's the only way of doing it really. These will also be very useful when it comes to using the shaker, and yes, the duplex jig is the name I was looking for. And then when the other two sluice boxes are moved as well, it should be pretty much all set up. Now the only issue is, we still have these 3 sluice boxes and there may be a specific order. Oh, we've got this thing here too, the trommel. Nobody's actually picked me up on the name, so either nobody else knows as well, or I'm getting it right. I really don't know. So that looks to be going across there. How on earth do you get to there? I'm not too sure. Well, there's only one way to find out, and it looks like it might be back to front, so this could go horribly wrong. We might have to do it from the bottom, actually. Yeah, that is weird. I think, actually, yeah, we're coming from the other side. If we're coming from the other side, it should work perfectly. 1 second. Right, here goes. There should be no issues, so let me just lower it down. Thank you. At least it works. Next, looks like there's 2 which run in there, so this shouldn't be too difficult. I think it's just a lucky dip. Either. Hopefully either will work. It doesn't seem to be too specific, so yeah, let's just go for it. Hopefully it's the right way round. It looks like it might be, just due to the angle. Have to wait and see. See if it accepts it. Yep, okay. Next we've got the final sluice box, and then we've got the shaker. Again, which order, I'm not too sure. We could just watch the videos which are included in the game, but I don't really want to do that, only if I get very stuck. So if I can just keep trying it myself, although it may be a little bit painful to watch, I think it's going to be a better approach. Next we have the very wide sluice box. I think this is the only area we can actually fit it from. If we went down the bottom, we'd have to detach it again just to be able to get it to face the correct way. Is that going to hold any weight, that thing? I suppose it might do. Let's see if this is going to work. How sensitive is it? It's times like this you just want to be able to rotate the sluice box itself. Okay, nope, must be the wrong way. Yes, it must be. In that case then, maybe it is the right way around. So what we're going to have to do is go down there. Okay, so here we go. This one should now be set up correctly. I've actually moved the chains across just to get it to fit the correct way around. That is going a bit crazy. But yeah, we go. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the shaker, and we're going to hopefully get that over here as well. Where it actually goes to, I'm not too sure, but I think that is all the sluice boxes set up. Maybe missing one, unless it takes multiple numbers. Obviously, if there is something missed, I'll just check the video later, and we should be able to get to the bottom of it. But I would say that the thing that goes in place is the shaker, the trommel, and the duplex jig. Maybe actually, since we have the shorter chains on, it would be worth moving the jig first, because I think the shaker is going to have the longest ropes. Oh, I'm calling it ropes now. Yeah, the longest cables. It does sound much better. Oh dear. Let me sort this out. So it would appear the duplex jig goes at the bottom of these sluice boxes just here. Hopefully it can just slide into place. Good. And then we're going to go back now for the shaker. The cables are just hit. One did snap actually. One of the longest ones snapped when I was moving the sluice box, the big sluice box. mainly because it swung too hard and it crashed into one of the timber frames. So we may have to replace that if we have to move something really big, but we should be able to get away with 3 normal size and 1 medium. It's not ideal, probably not safe either, but I think it's going to work. This thing is absolutely huge. I would hate to think how heavy this thing is. Can anybody guess? Because I have no idea. It must be, I don't know, 10 tons, would it be? Or is that a bit too crazy? I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah, I would say about 10 tons. It looks fairly solid. Anyway, somewhere over here it needs to go. So, yeah, typically it is facing the wrong way, but I'm hoping if we can turn around up here, it should fit. Obviously it's gone dark. In fact, this has taken the entire day, and we've still got to get all the plumbing of the water in, the electricity and all that kind of stuff. That'll be in the next episode. I basically just want to get everything in place today. All of these very heavy pieces of equipment, very expensive pieces as well. And I think we haven't even bought the power generator yet, or whatever it's called, the powerhouse. So that is going to have to be purchased when we have more money. Good, that seems to work quite well. So finally, we've got this trommel over here. That's probably making a few people go crazy if it isn't actually called that. And if I had to guess, I would say it goes down there, since it actually leads to nowhere. So let's just see. It is parked near our caravan, which we're going to have to use very soon. Yeah, this thing is super wide, so chances are we're going to have to get the longer cables, which I haven't actually used again yet. Okay, so the big lift, let's just get this a bit higher. It doesn't actually want to lift off the ground too well. We need to move... Oh no, we don't. That should be okay. I was going to say move the pickup, but it actually isn't in the way. We can just fly over the top of it. Now, typically, again, I think this is facing the wrong direction, but all we can do is try it. Hopefully it's going to work. But yeah, it is. It's facing the wrong way. Unbelievable. In that case, I've got to go down here. And from down here, we probably can't even reach it. So that is really making life hard. The only thing I can do then is detach it and then reattach it the other way around. It's the only thing for it. Maybe this time it's going to work. I can't see any reason why it won't do, because it's all lined up and everything. So if I just lower it down here, don't break, do not break, I've broken a rope, don't break, because if it breaks it's going to drop the entire thing. This is not going too well. Please just accept it, please, I'm desperate. Thank you so much. That was, yeah, gripping stuff. Anyway, I think we are pretty much done for the time being. Obviously it's very dark, so I apologise for that. But if we just take a very quick look at our route, I think this is where the power generator thing goes. So we've got a number of sluice boxes up here, into the shaker, down there, down here, into this thing that spins when you stand on it. At least it used to. And then down the sluice box at the bottom. And now I'm stuck. So it's a good job it's the end of the episode. So thank you so much for watching. I know that there hasn't been an awful lot of gold making, or gold mining in this video. Money making, I should say. And yeah, until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.